Aging is inevitable, but happiness in old age? That's a choice. As the years go by, life brings with it undeniable changes. Some are beautiful, while others are challenging. But here's the secret. The key to a happy and fulfilling life in your golden years lies not in resisting these changes, but in accepting them with grace and wisdom. Today, we're uncovering 6 harsh truths about old age and how embracing them can transform the way you live. Let's start with the first truth. Truth 1, your body won't be the same, and that's okay. The reality is, as you age, your body undergoes changes that can feel frustrating and even limiting. Joints ache, energy levels fluctuate, and tasks that once felt easy may now take more effort. While this truth may be hard to accept, it's essential to understand that your body is simply adapting to a new phase of life. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, shift your mindset to what you can still do. Celebrate the strength and resilience of your body. It has carried you through decades of life. Prioritize activities that suit your current abilities, like walking, yoga, or swimming. These aren't just exercises, they're investments in your physical and mental well-being. Take, for example, Diane, a 68-year-old who loved running marathons in her younger years. After developing knee pain, she had to give up her favorite hobby. At first, she felt defeated, but instead of giving up entirely, she discovered a love for swimming. Now she swims 3 times a week, and her health and happiness have never been better. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means adjusting your goals and finding new ways to enjoy life. Remember, your body is still capable of amazing things. It just requires a little extra care and attention. Truth 2, friendships will change, and some may fade. As we age, our social circles often grow smaller. Friends move away, priorities shift, and sadly, some friendships may simply fade over time. This truth can feel isolating, but it's also an opportunity to reflect on the quality of your relationships rather than the quantity. Instead of mourning the loss of certain friendships, focus on nurturing the connections that truly matter. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, even if that means having a smaller circle. If making new friends feels daunting, consider joining local clubs, volunteering, or participating in community events where you can meet like-minded individuals. Take Jack, for instance. After retiring, he realized that many of his work friendships were surface level, tied to his career rather than genuine connection. While this realization was painful at first, it gave him the push to join a local gardening club. There, he met others who shared his passion for plants and formed friendships that were both meaningful and fulfilling. Friendships may evolve, but that doesn't mean you're alone. By seeking out people who align with your values and interests, you can create connections that add joy and purpose to your life. Truth 3, your role in life will shift for decades. You may have been defined by your career, your role as a parent, or your contributions to your community. But as retirement begins or children grow independent, it's natural to feel a sense of loss or uncertainty about your purpose. This shift can be unsettling, but it's also an invitation to redefine who you are. Retirement is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. It's a chance to explore passions you never had time for, whether that's learning a new skill, traveling, or volunteering. Many people find immense fulfillment in mentoring others or giving back to their communities. These activities not only provide a sense of purpose, but also remind you that your wisdom and experience are invaluable. Consider Maria, a retired teacher who felt aimless after leaving her classroom. Instead of dwelling on what she'd lost, Maria began tutoring children in her neighborhood. Watching her students thrive reignited her sense of purpose and brought new joy to her life. Your role may change, but it doesn't diminish your value. By embracing this shift and seeking new ways to contribute, you can create a life that feels rich and meaningful. Building on the first 3 truths, it's clear that acceptance is the foundation for living a happy and fulfilling life in old age. By focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't, you open the door to growth, peace, and newfound joy. Let's dive into the next 3 truths that, while challenging, hold the potential to transform how you view your golden years. Truth 4, financial stability becomes a top priority. As you step into retirement, financial realities often take center stage. Gone are the days of regular paychecks, And for many, living on a fixed income can feel like walking a tightrope. This truth can be daunting, but it's also a chance to take control of your resources and focus on what truly matters. The key here is intentionality. It's not about how much you have, but how wisely you use it. Create a budget that aligns with your priorities, cutting unnecessary expenses and focusing on experiences and needs that bring you happiness. For example, rather than spending on extravagant vacations, you might find joy in local day trips or affordable hobbies. Mary and John, a retired couple in their early 70s, learned this lesson the hard way. In their first few years of retirement, they spent lavishly on things they thought would make them happy. But over time, they realized their real joy came from simple pleasures, cooking meals together, gardening, and spending time with their grandchildren. By adjusting their spending habits, they found financial stability and greater peace of mind. Embrace this truth as an opportunity to simplify your life and focus on what truly brings you joy. When you're financially secure, you free yourself from unnecessary stress, allowing you to fully enjoy this phase of life. Truth 5. Health becomes the greatest wealth. In old age, nothing feels more valuable than good health. Yet as the years pass, health challenges often become a reality. This truth can be difficult to face, but it's also a reminder to prioritize self-care and make proactive choices. Start by embracing small, manageable habits that support your well-being. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep go a long way in maintaining physical health. And don't underestimate the importance of mental health. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking time to relax can do wonders for your overall well-being. Paul, a 69-year-old retiree, shares his story. In my 50s, I ignored my doctor's advice. I thought I was invincible. But after a health scare at 62, I realized I needed to make changes. I started walking every morning, cut back on processed foods, and focused on staying active. It wasn't easy, but it gave me a new lease on life. Accepting that your health may require more attention is not a limitation. It's a call to action. By taking care of your body and mind, you can enjoy a higher quality of life and continue doing the things you love for years to come. Truth 6. Time is the most precious resource. As you grow older, one truth becomes increasingly clear. Time is your most valuable asset. Unlike money or possessions, time can't be saved or replaced. This realization can feel overwhelming, but it's also a powerful motivator to live intentionally. Think about how you spend your days. Are you filling your time with activities that bring you joy? Or are you caught up in obligations that no longer serve you? Retirement is your chance to reclaim your time and use it in ways that align with your values and passions. For many, this means letting go of societal expectations and focusing on personal fulfillment. It might mean saying no to activities that feel like a chore or spending less time with people who drain your energy. Instead, invest your time in what truly matters, whether that's traveling, pursuing a hobby, or simply savoring quiet moments with loved ones. Take Barbara, a 74-year-old widow who spent years feeling guilty about not keeping up with all her friends. One day, she decided to prioritize herself and her family. I started spending more time with my grandkids, working on my art, and enjoying my mornings in the garden, she says. For the first time in years, I feel like I'm living life on my own terms. By accepting that time is finite, you can use it more wisely and intentionally. This truth isn't meant to create pressure. It's a reminder to cherish every moment and make the most of the time you have.